Consider this remarkable idea: the initial few brief moments upon awakening might significantly influence whether your life extends an additional 6, 12, or possibly even 28 years. This is achievable not through medication or complex operations, but via an uncomplicated daily ritual grounded in established wisdom and scientific validation, designed to safeguard your cardiovascular health, enhance mental acuity, and maintain vigor beyond age 62. If a rising leaves you feeling drained, sore, or mentally clouded, consider this a crucial signal. However, it also presents an opportunity for renewal. Indeed, only a handful of moments are needed. The instant your consciousness returns, your physical self, your intellect, and your inner energy await your direction. That direction will shape whether you mature elegantly or succumb to deterioration. Your actions in these first vital moments possess the capacity to reignite energy, enhance stability, fortify your heart, and even regenerate your cognitive functions. Today, I will present 5 straightforward practices, 5 daily rituals which, if consistently applied with mindfulness, can serve as your shield against the effects of time. These practices are not novel innovations. They originate from time-honored practices found in respected Eastern wellness philosophies, and contemporary research now supports their efficacy. So, pay attention with your whole being, for this concerns your very existence. Our journey starts with the primary practice: fluid replenishment. Upon waking, you might sense a surface calm. Yet internally a silent battle is already underway from the night. While you rest, your system expels moisture via respiration and perspiration. You essentially begin your day in a state of fluid deficit. Despite this, many individuals first opt for coffee, which promotes further fluid loss, or they neglect hydration altogether. Consequently, your bloodstream, now more viscous due to reduced fluid, faces increased resistance. Your cardiovascular system becomes strained, laboring more intensely to maintain adequate flow. This is a key reason why cardiac events and cerebrovascular incidents occur with greater frequency in the initial hours of the day, a fact particularly true for individuals beyond 63 years of age. The solution then? It's remarkably straightforward. Immediately upon waking, prior to any coffee or meal, consume a glass of tepid water, perhaps infused with the fresh juice from 1/4 of a lemon. Why tepid, not cold? Chilled liquids can cause your circulatory pathways to narrow, precisely when your system requires expansion and openness, not constriction. The addition of lemon offers essential potassium, vitamin C, and natural agents that assist in clearing metabolic byproducts processed by your liver during your sleep. This simple act gently stimulates your digestive processes and re-establishes smooth fluid dynamics throughout your body. Never dismiss this simple measure. Its quiet power promotes profound internal restoration. Our next essential practice involves body activation. After many hours of inactivity during sleep, your blood flow tends to become sluggish, your articulations may feel less supple, and your overall circulatory efficiency often diminishes. This explains why numerous mature individuals can experience lightheadedness, unsteadiness, or a clouded mind upon first rising, and yet the common tendency is to hastily push oneself into daily activities, compelling a system that is unprepared for immediate exertion. This approach differs greatly from time-honored wellness philosophies. In these wisdom traditions, the goal is not to aggressively conquer the morning, but rather to harmonize with its natural rhythm. Therefore, before even stepping away from your bedside, dedicate a mere 60 seconds to this. Position your feet at approximately shoulder width. Inhale profoundly. Extend your arms upwards, towards the sky. Sense your chest cavity expand fully. Gradually bring your arms down, consciously letting go of any nocturnal tightness or tension. Next, circle your shoulders backward for about 8 repetitions, then forward for the same count. Carefully and slowly turn your head from one side to the other, and then complete 12 unhurried calf lifts. These gentle motions effectively restart your circulatory flow. They communicate to your cognitive center that it is time for mindful activity. They deliver vital oxygen to your brain, promote enhanced stability in your body, and infuse your morning with a current of vitality. A single minute of such purposeful activity can diminish your susceptibility to cerebrovascular issues, heighten cognitive focus, and significantly elevate your spirits. This isn't a strenuous workout, it is a gentle, holistic rousing of your entire being. Your system is now beginning to rehydrate. Your circulation is showing improvement. What though of your muscular tissues? Particularly for those beyond the age of 67, a rather detrimental biological process often commences subtly. An unseen adversary starts to diminish your innate physical power. This physiological state is known as muscle catabolism. It essentially involves the degradation of your own muscle fibers to generate necessary fuel. The underlying reason: during the initial 60 minutes or so post-awakening, your system is still effectively in an overnight fasting condition. Without an incoming supply of quality protein, it resorts to sourcing it internally from your muscles. over extended periods. This pattern contributes to diminished strength, increased physical vulnerability, and a notably higher risk of unfortunate tumbles and falls. Thus, our third practice for a revitalized morning focuses on timely and appropriate nutritional intake. Within approximately half an hour of arising from sleep, providing your system with a source of quality protein is absolutely essential. Options for this might include a modest protein-rich beverage, a couple of hard-cooked eggs, or perhaps a serving of Greek yogurt that has been enhanced with protein. The actual amount consumed need not be substantial, but its presence during this window is indeed crucial. Performed with regularity and consistency, this single simple step has been associated in studies with a noteworthy decrease in muscle degradation by as much as 55% across a 5-year span. Additionally, it actively helps to stabilize blood glucose levels, lessen unwelcome food urges later in the day, and tangibly enhance overall mental function and clarity. A large, heavy morning meal isn't what's necessary here. However, fortifying your physical power early in the day is paramount for long-term well-being. Our fourth key action is one that is frequently overlooked by many, yet it could very well be the critical differentiating factor between older individuals who experience stumbles and falls and those who continue to remain agile and move with confidence. This fundamental principle is dedicated joint care and flexibility maintenance. Following an extended period of rest and stillness, your articulations can lack immediate, optimal lubrication. The synovial fluid, which is vital for ensuring smooth and effortless motion within the joints, tends to naturally thicken during sleep. Attempting sudden or strenuous movement without first gently preparing these joints can potentially cause their articular surfaces to grate against one another. This, in turn, can result in unwelcome irritation, persistent discomfort, and in some cases, even lasting structural harm. However, this entire scenario is largely avoidable with a commitment of under 2 minutes each morning. Immediately following your brief circulatory activation routine, take a comfortable seat on your bed's perimeter, gently circle your ankles, performing approximately 12 rotations clockwise and then counterclockwise for each foot. Softly flex and extend your knees a few times. Then, carefully rise to a standing position. If needed for balance, use a nearby chair for light support, and turn your upper body gently from one side to the other. Incline your torso laterally, first to the left, then to the right. Conclude by circling your shoulders. Remember to breathe deeply and evenly throughout. These are not intended as strenuous exercises. Instead, they are gentle, mindful prompts for movement, a subtle way to communicate to your physical self, "I deeply respect your history and your journey, and I will not mistreat or overtax your inherent capabilities." True flexibility maintenance equates directly to personal autonomy. If you neglect it, you significantly risk forfeiting your cherished self-sufficiency and independence. Cultivate it with diligence, however, and you can approach every new morning with an enhanced sense of poise, stability, and grace. Finally, we arrive at the fifth practice, arguably the most profound and sacred of them all. You have now attended to awakening your physical form, but what about the state and clarity of your mind? Should your thinking processes feel muddled or unclear? Should your recollections seem to dim prematurely? Or if your prevailing emotions are unsettled, anxious, and dispersed, then all the preceding efforts may lose much of their intended positive impact. Therefore, prior to the day's inevitable clamor and distractions encroaching upon your inner awareness, consciously dedicate just 60 seconds to cultivating deliberate cognitive focus and mental serenity. Find a quiet, undisturbed seated position, gently shut your eyes, and then begin to recall the various events and experiences of the previous day, consciously moving backward in time through your memories. What specific meals did you consume? With whom did you engage in conversation? What was the particular appearance of the heavens, the color of the sky? What distinct emotions or feelings did you experience at different points? This brief, yet powerful, daily exercise actively cultivates what is scientifically known as cognitive resilience, your mind's inherent capacity to maintain its strength and sharpness throughout the entire aging process. Brain science researchers now consistently affirm that individuals who diligently engage in this type of daily reflective habit tend to preserve their mental acuity and clarity for significantly extended periods of their lives. Their cognitive functions demonstrate a remarkable adaptability and plasticity, even when those of others around them might unfortunately begin to show signs of decline. This is far more than mere memory recall or rote training. It is fundamentally about being fully present in the moment. It signifies a deep reverence and respect for the day that has just concluded. It powerfully sends a clear and distinct message to your intellect: I am alert, I am conscious, I continue to grow and learn. Now you are acquainted with these few vital moments, these 5 deliberate actions. Fluid replenishment, body activation, protein intake, joint care, and cognitive focus, each one uncomplicated, remarkably mild in application, yet profoundly impactful in its collective effect. Conventional thinking and societal narratives often suggest that the process of aging inevitably equates to a state of decline, that simply advancing in years must inherently bring about increasing frailty and weakness. Yet, this is largely a misconception, often promoted by those who may be unfamiliar with the principles of self-regulation, personal discipline, and the immense power of conscious decision-making. My respected friend, the capacity to choose your path and your response remains entirely yours, irrespective of your current age. You have the option to start your mornings feeling hurried, unfocused, stressed, and emotionally depleted. Alternatively, you can choose to greet the dawn with the kind of composure, sharp concentration, and quiet inner fortitude often associated with wise practitioners of traditional wellness and mindful living. You might decide to forego these few essential morning moments and, as a consequence, potentially face a decade or more of gradual, unwelcome decline. Or, conversely, you can choose to embrace and honor them, and in doing so, possibly add up to an additional 28 years filled with enhanced mental sharpness, meaningful human connection, and a greater sense of personal command over your well-being. Therefore, come next sunrise, before the myriad demands of the day begin to call for your attention, consciously reclaim those initial, precious moments. Assume an upright, dignified posture. Sip your hydrating water deliberately and mindfully. Activate your body with gentle care and intention. Consume your necessary protein with thoughtful awareness. And reflect upon your experiences with a spirit of thankfulness and appreciation. For these brief instances are far from insignificant. They represent the most impactful and potentially transformative period of your entire daily cycle and quite possibly of your entire existence on this earth. Should you find yourself questioning where precisely to commence this journey, the answer is simple: just start. Perfect execution of all 5 distinct practices from the very outset is neither expected nor required for progress. Begin with a single one that resonates most with you. Allow that initial, chosen step to serve as your firm foundation, your anchor. Then, patiently and consistently, expand from there, integrating others as you feel ready. Transform your morning into a cherished, personal observance, a dedicated period specifically set aside for respecting your physical self, your vital life force, and your complete whole essence. Your ultimate purpose in this life is not merely to endure or survive your advanced years. It is, in fact, to flourish and thrive within them, accompanied by a profound sense of serenity, enduring vigor, and accumulated insight. This embodies the very spirit and wisdom of these enduring wellness principles.